With the current crisis going on in the world, we are spending a lot more time at home. And living in Lower Manhattan, we have some unique situations as many of our living spaces are really small. My apartment is 350 square feet, and today I'm gonna be sharing 10 ways to stay sane, self-isolating in a tiny New York City apartment. So one thing that I try to do every day is spend at least 30 minutes to an hour doing a FaceTime call, especially with somebody who is going through isolation by themselves. This is my boy Tal, you probably recognize him, the traveling Clat, and we are doing a conversation right now live from the Philippines.
Hey members of the barrio, what's up?
You want to tell everybody what it's like in the Philippines right now?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy here. They're taking the situation really seriously, so everything's pretty much locked up tight. And there's not much movement, so I'm just self-isolating, I'm quarantining myself, trying to stay safe and healthy.
This could be the biggest challenge of living in a tiny apartment. It's actually having a workout during this self-isolation period. Now, I normally go to New York Sports Club, but because all gyms are closed and New York Sports Club may or may not want to refund me, call me if they're watching this. I'm gonna start working out from home. It was actually difficult to even find this yoga mat on Amazon. They're selling out quickly. I'm gonna show you guys a YouTube channel I found that has high intensity interval training that requires no weights. And I'm gonna put a card to it. So I'm gonna try this workout for the first time and let you know what I think. This is very different though than what I'm used to. I can't believe this is for beginners. Very hard. You guys are probably more used to seeing me intake calories and burning calories, but I've got good news. I'm gonna show you my patented protein shake. First ingredient, a banana. Big scoop of whey protein. 1 scoop of peanut butter. Shake out some dried oats. Something that I'm taking very seriously these days with the unknown status of this crisis is trying to meditate for at least 10 minutes a day in the morning. I've tinkered with it before. I've got more free time now, so I found this one YouTube channel that has guided meditations. You could use whatever you want. I'm gonna put a card to it up above if you're interested, but this just helps me relieve anxiety in the morning and start my day on the right foot, so I'll try to show you.
Hold for a count of 3 and exhale slowly and fully all the way
out. Just because you can't travel right now does not mean you can't virtually travel. And there's a lot of museums and theaters around the world that are providing free entertainment from the comfort of your own home on your computer. I'm gonna give you a few examples. One is the Metropolitan Opera House in New York is streaming one show for free every night on their Twitter. I'm gonna put the handle down below, and I'll admit I've never been to the opera before, but even watching it for a few minutes, very relaxing. Check this out. As far as the New York City museums are concerned, I'm a big fan of MoMA's website. They've got a virtual tour on there that's actually very interesting if you want to get excited for some exhibits on that next trip. My favorite virtual tour so far is the British Museum in London. I think their website is really, really cool. So I'm gonna put a link down below in the description. Help you guys travel while you can't really travel, but it'll get you pumped up, I am sure, for future trips. If you have the luxury, now would be a great time to start something new. Myself, I'm working on YouTube videos. I'm editing this very video you're watching right now. I'm going to be launching my blog. I'm going to be trying to write an ebook if I can get the motivation to do so. Use this time wisely if you can. And now let me show you what Adriana's doing with her time.
Hi guys, so I'm working on my business, my online business. I'm doing, as you know, I do pet portraits, but I'm also doing digital art right now where I'm drawing pets on digital style for $10 and $18. And so right now I'm working on this baby right here. So I also drew this little dogs. It's about what a dog does during the day. So I'm gonna have them, they are stickers. I'm gonna have them on my Etsy shop and you're gonna find them there next week if you're interested. And yep, I'm doing this right now. That keeps me sane.
Our apartment is really small. I think one of the most unique rooms in this setup is the mini living room, as we like to call it, where we watch movies. And ever since we've been married, Adriana and I have been practicing a bit more social distancing and self-isolation, perhaps. We watch a lot of movies here anyway.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, my favorite part of this room is probably the little transparent table. We've got wine, we've got pizza. Guys, we're about to start It Chapter 2. Adriana, huge horror fan, so this one's for her. With extra free time on my hands, I'm trying to get back into reading at least a little bit every day, and I've got a lot of different options. I actually visited a bookstore about a week ago. First of all, I've got my Kindle, so I've got basically all of the internet and Amazon's choices if necessary, but I do like traditional books. A lot of the stuff I'm reading now actually is planning future videos. I found this book called Secret New York, An Unusual Guide. I'm trying to plan some stuff from this book for you guys when this is all said and done. My friend Joe DeStefano wrote a really cool book about things to do in Queens, which I've been looking at for some ideas. But outside of New York City planning, this is my favorite book ever. Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth talks about being present, just the importance of trying to stay in the moment. And in a situation like this, I couldn't recommend this book anymore. And then finally, I like to read about history. This is called The Killing Zone. It's a book about the Vietnam War. Pretty interesting. So if you guys have the time and there was ever a book you wanted to read, well, I think now would be an excellent opportunity to do so. I think it's really important to try to feel some kind of return to normalcy during this difficult period. And while we're self-isolating, food is huge. And if you can feel like you're going out to your favorite restaurant in whatever city you live in, or in our case, in New York City, we're gonna do that by getting some delivery from my favorite pizza place in the entire world. You guys probably know it if you follow my channel. We just ordered a pie from Bleecker Street Pizza, Nonna Maria, coming up. This is the weird part where now we just do contactless delivery to make it safer. I'm not face-to-face with the delivery guy. All right. This was a good decision. This was a very good decision. Just to be on the safe side, we are going to move the pizza from the box to plates. We're gonna move the box away, then we're gonna wash our hands again. Next best thing to go into Bleecker Street Pizza, ordering it. My favorite pizza in New York for a reason, guys. Always makes me happy, always. We've talked about ways to enrich yourself during this time of self-isolation, and I think if you ever wanted to learn a new language, now is a golden opportunity. Try to dedicate a small amount of time per day to practicing something. You could use Duolingo, you could use Babbel, or you could use your Mexican wife, like I'm trying to do. I'm trying to practice my Spanish at least 15 to 30 minutes a day. Let's practice a little bit. ¿Qué vamos a hacer con nuestro tiempo libre?
Vamos a comer y engordar mucho.
¿Engordar con qué?
Con mucha comida. chatarra. Vamos a engordar.
Vamos a engordar. Spanish lesson for the day. Get fat?
Yeah.
Because if you want to accelerate your Spanish growth, this is not sponsored, but I had an online Spanish teacher via Skype. This is a more intensive method of learning a language. I did a whole video about this, and if you want to take lessons with my teacher or non, putting a link to his online Spanish school in the description. I took 3 years of lessons with him. Highly, highly recommended. If you're a big fan of travel and love exploring different cultures through food, now is a great time to learn a recipe from a different country. Or if you're lucky like me and have Adriana here, she's gonna be making tacos for us, and we're gonna experience a little bit of Mexico during this self-isolation.
Making picadillo, which is ground beef with vegetables and tomato sauce. That's what basically is. You chop carrots really small and potatoes, but we don't have potatoes, so I improvised and I added some onions. There's a little bit.
A little bit?
That's a little bit.
Guys, let me know down below in the comments if you want Adriana to make a cooking video. She knows some really good recipes that are pretty simple and quick, and I think a lot of you could take advantage of that. Let me know down below in the comments what you're doing during your self-isolation. I am very curious. I would love some other ideas and ideas for other people. Guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, until next time.